Welcome to Trauma Recovery Anonymous. My name is Richard, and I am your host. This is the third of 4 presentations on how to recover from any past trauma memory and the damage caused by the misdiagnosis of depression and PTSD caused by the grief, which is suffered by some 2 billion people in the world today. Every good self-help book, whether it's the Law of Attraction or the Law of Manifestation or the Promise or any other self-help book, tells us quite clearly that whatever we focus our attention, our thoughts and feelings on, that's what we manifest in our lives. If we think, poor me, I'm a victim, no one loves me, I'm broken, I'm damaged, we stay that way the rest of our lives. We have to take the action ourselves to change our thinking, change our behavior, change our habitual practice of being a victim into becoming a new person. And this healing event allows us to do that. Today's topic is the concept of sympathy pains. We think of sympathy pains, we think of a husband whose wife is expecting and going through the labors of pregnancy. He takes on, like psychosomatically takes on her pain of being pregnant. He suffers alongside her to show her she's not alone. But the good news for him is that when the mother delivers the child and the mother and child come home, that sympathy pain leaves him and he goes back, returns to the land of the living. But for those suffering with past trauma memories, what they suffer from is sympathy pains. Whether they did regression therapy with their therapist or they actually experience a form of regression therapy themselves on their own, they go back into the past and they see their younger self suffered. Maybe they were abandoned or betrayed or they weren't supported well enough and they feel obliged or a necessity to support them. So they take their baggage on to show solidarity with them, that they care about them and support them and they want to know they're not alone. And they take all the hurts that they experienced in the past into their present lives. But sadly, where it comes to the husband who's got a pregnant wife and she comes home, he's able to switch off and go back to normal. For people with past trauma memories, they don't know how to switch off. So they maintain that relationship for weeks, months, years, decades. And sadly, over time, they abuse the situation. They end up becoming the pain. They take ownership of the pain. It didn't happen to them, but they take ownership of the pain that happened to the younger self. This isn't mental illness or a mental disorder. They do this intentionally with a kind of good-hearted, loving, compassionate, healthy empathy for their inner child, their younger self. But sadly, over time, being allowed to maintain this, they end up taking this pain as being their own. And that's the mistake we make. We have to find a way of breaking free of the past, letting it go completely, giving it back to its rightful owner. And this practice in Trauma Recovery Anonymous allows a person to give the past and all its baggage and all its shame and guilt and need for vengeance and justice back to its rightful owner. And in so doing, we get to be free of it, climbing out of the valley of the shadow of death into the land of the living in the present. Imagine just for a moment, you and I are best friends and you're studying in college to get a scholarship. And you've given up all social life to really work hard in your training and your schooling to get this scholarship. And lo and behold, one day you get a phone call and you've got the scholarship. And you phone me with great excitement. Do you want to go out and celebrate? Maybe go for a beer and a game of pool and a burger or something and just really chill and relax and let your hair down and just celebrate the moment. And I meet up with you and we go off with that beer and the game of pool and the burger and whatever. And on the way home, we're giddy with elation and we're daring each other to do silly things, climb trees, climb walls, jump over bollards, that kind of crazy teenage stuff, you know. And on the way home, you climb a tree and you fall out of the tree and you break your leg. And you're devastated. You can see all your hopes and dreams flashing before your eyes. And when you contact your parents, they come and pick you up and they bring you to a hospital. And I'm left standing there despondent, feeling guilty, angry, frustrated, the whole lot. And I go to a different hospital and I get my good leg put in a cast. I take your medication for the physical pain you're experiencing, but I also take the medication for how depressed and angry you feel at yourself. I take that medication too. And over the course of time, your leg heals, comes out of the cast, and you just return to your land of living. But I maintain this anger and pain and hurt and frustration. And I keep my leg in a cast, and I keep taking the medication both for the physical pain and for that emotional turmoil. So here's the questions I want to ask you. Did you ask me to do this for you? Did you want or need me to suffer for you? How is my suffering benefiting you in any way, shape or form? How is the suffering benefiting me? How is it doing any good for my leg to be kept in a cast for weeks, months, years, even decades? Take medication that I don't need, weeks, months, years, decades. How is this benefiting me or you? And then the question is this really about you? Or is this about me? Have I made this my badge of honor to carry, my identity in life? And by focusing all of this attention on what happened to you, I neglect my own life, my family, my friends, my relations, my community, my purpose in life. This just goes missing. I'm lost in this turmoil of chasing your pain, holding your pain. People who suffer with past trauma memories suffer with sympathy pains. They're holding the pain of their younger self. And it's not their pain, it's none of their business. We have to give that back to our rightful owner. And we can do this through Trauma Recovery Anonymous and the healing event therein. My name is Richard Tierney. This is Trauma Recovery Anonymous. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so. You'll be notified of all upcoming presentations and events. Please like and share my channel with as many people as possible. There's some 2 billion people suffering with past trauma memories, and we can make a difference together. The book Trauma Recovery Anonymous is available in print and ebook Kindle version, and available on all good book platforms. There's a link in the description below. The next healing event is happening on Tuesday, the 2nd of January. There's a session in the morning at 10 a.m. and a session in the afternoon at 2 p.m. If you'd like to join us on Zoom, please go back to my earlier video, which gives details of how to join, how to sign up for this. And we'll see you on Tuesday, the 2nd of January. Thank you for joining me today. I do hope this has offered you some sense of hope, even if it's only a size of a mustard seed. Thank you.